going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. So this week's video was supposed to be starting to dye the leather interior, but as always, UPS done me dirty. The parcel's not coming till Monday morning. It's Saturday afternoon. So I thought, what can we do for a video this weekend? And a lot of you are interested in the S5. Obviously, if you saw the last video, you will know we peeled the wrap off and we destroyed the paintwork on the bonnet. But there's a lot more problems that I have with this car, apart from a bit of paint peeling. And today we're going to talk about some of those issues. We're going to talk about issues I've had with the car, and we're going to see where the car's kind of at, what I've spent on the car in about a year and a half of owning it. Next week we'll be back on flipping cars and doing projects and getting the seats dyed. So if this video is not for you, if you don't want to know how much stupid money I spent on this car in a year and a half, skip it. If it is for you, enjoy, subscribe. Let's jump in, man. Here we go. My 2008 4.2 350 brake S5. I paid £7,500 in 2019, December 2019. Since then, it's undergone a few, still got a bit of the purple left, a few alterations. So it was wrapped in purple at one point. The back box delete was already done. I painted the wheels, I painted the calipers, I tinted the windows, I blacked out the chrome around the windows, and I put on the orange badges. When I bought the car, it did have a grille that got stolen, but I have got a new set of black grills to go on today. So yeah, that's the basics of the car. Bought it from auction, BCA, 7.5 grand, full service history and a year's MOT. So I thought, can't be bad, I'm in, I'll take it, it's mine. Since then, I've had nothing but stress, but ag, but drama with this car. So the first problem that I had with the car, actually before we go any further, I dropped some pictures in of the kind of stages of the car, about 30 seconds of kind of what the stages are from when I first got it up until wrapped, and then back to now, and then we'll jump back in.
Get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I do it all before I die. I wanna get it on tonight. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I wanna get you one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. I want it one more time. I really need to make it right. Energy, I overdose, 'cause I'm ready to reload. I need it one more time, but baby, then again twice. But I don't know if I'm ready to. Get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I do it all before I die. I wanna get it on tonight. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I wanna get you one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. Ooh, this time I wanna take it slow. I don't need my phone. I know how to picture in my mind the nights with you. I'm ready to enjoy the ride. I don't wanna die, but I could die in your arms, 'cause I don't need to live forever.
See, the car has changed quite a lot since I've had it. Let's talk about the issues. Let's go back to 2019 when I first got it in December. I took it, got it serviced, spark plugs, oil filter, pollen filter, everything that needed to be done. £359, and the car was so happy. Never been happier. Kind of a dream car for me. Just was in love. And then as I started to use the car, by the time it got to May, I realized we had a serious problem with the car. Every time the gearbox got hot, you could not get it to go into gears. The clutch was toast. Absolutely burnt out to pieces. 85,000 miles, done. Expected, to be honest. Happens, and it's definitely going to happen in a car that gets absolutely beaten on. So, clutch was the first job. Luckily, I got a win. I got the clutch half price from Euro Car Parts. They had an offer on. And Danny from Library Garage, that always backs me on all of my cars, fitted it for free. So that was such a win. I was like, okay, problem over. Now we can crack on and enjoy the car for the summer. A couple of weeks later, my partner needed to borrow the car and the door would not lock. It was like locked out. I was pressing the key and basically you could not shut the door. It was like locked open. Took it to Danny again. We replaced 2 door locks, £440. And now I've had the car for 4 months and we've got clutch gone and we've got door locks gone. It continues. Then we're in lockdown. The car's just sat around. I haven't really used it. Lockdown 1 goes, lockdown 2 goes. And then I decide I'm going to wrap the car, spend some money on it, bring it how I want it, get it how I want it. And I wrap the car. Then I leave the car again for another 2 months, just sat on my drive whilst I'm doing other things, the BMW 5 Series and everything else. The car just gets left again. And I decide it's time, let's bring it out. Let's get it ready, let's get it prepped, let's get it sorted. Start it up, battery's dead, battery will not hold charge, so new battery. Normal, the car's sat around, the car's been left. No last year that it was struggling starting sometimes. So new battery, just got that sorted. Then MOT'd the car, had a broken spring, had the tinted plates, that are now back on, sorry about that. Tinted plates, it failed on tinted plates, a spring, a door handle, I didn't put it back together properly after I took the wrap off. My fault, my error. So you think, oh, that's not that bad, like in a year of owning it, clutch at 85, kind of normal, door locks, they can go, happens, normal, battery, normal, spring, normal. We're all right here. What we spent probably about 1,500 quid. And, you know, it's kind of expected when you're buying a car like this, £1,500 to put some things right on it, normal. Let's talk about what's happening right now with the car. So the other day I launched the car, the clutch pedal stayed flat to the floor, did not come back up, had to pump it. So now the slave cylinder needs to be replaced. Haven't got a quote for that yet, but it's going to be a few £100s, definitely 400 quid, slave cylinder. And I need a gearbox mount because the car is, when you accelerate, you can feel that it's moving, and we found out it's the gearbox mount. So that's more issues, slave cylinder, engine mount, gearbox mount. But it gets worse. So I picked the car up from the MOT station yesterday. I was driving it, not super hard, and the coolant light comes on. Tells me to shut off the car immediately, low coolant level. Pull the car over, there is zero coolant in the car. At which point, you've seen this on Instagram, I was panicking, absolutely terrified. The car's overheating. What am I gonna do? This is when you want to start panicking. Yeah. A litre and a half of coolant in the car, and the temperature went down. Then I started to drive home and it's got rocketed back up to the red. Shut off the car now, shut off the car now. I was stuck in rush hour traffic, 5 minutes from my house, panicking that I just need to get the car there. I have to get the car home, and I'm terrified. At this point, obviously, I can see that previously exhaust has been getting into the expansion tank because that is not the right colour. So I'm now absolutely terrified. I can't check the oil level because it has a automatic sensor on these. So I'm checking the oil and it's just saying minimum, maximum, it's at the max. But is that coolant in the oil? That's why it's reading so high. Does the car tell you if it has too much oil in it? All of these things are going through my head and I am absolutely terrified. Get home, put in some more water, it's disappearing, and I'm like, what's going on? I've put in like 2 kettles, which was, I later found out, 1.5 liters. I'm like, how is this happening to me right now? Is my car blown up? Is it broken? Carried on putting more water in. Then I looked it up and it holds 11.2 liters of coolant, which means that it stores a lot of coolant. Oh, excuse me, a hell of a lot of coolant. So I was less scared. I topped it up, left it overnight, drove it this morning, and the coolant level is at the same spot that it was after I filled it up. So this morning I ordered a new coolant tank, so we're going to replace that. I've booked the car in for 2 weeks to get the slave cylinder done, and the leather dye should be arriving on Monday. So yeah, I have had nothing but ag with this car in a 1.5 years, and it is just continuing more and more and more and more. It never gets less, it only gets more. So from here and going forward, I have no intention of selling the car. As much as this car has been an absolute nightmare, I have no intention of selling the car. So the next steps for the car are going to be expansion tank. It's on its way, it's been ordered. The grills are here, they're going on today. The bonnet, I'm going to try and respray it myself because I'm trying to teach myself how to paint at the moment. So that's the bonnet going to be sorted. The slave cylinder is booked in for 3 weeks time because the interior is getting taken out of the car and dyed orange. The headliner is going to be painted black. So that's going to do those issues. I want to get the wheels repainted with an orange splatter pattern just because why not? And then spoiler, diffuser, new RS bumper, and maybe we look about wrapping the car again in the future. So yeah, this car isn't going anywhere. It is an absolute nightmare and still going to be a nightmare, but I love it. I've never had this much love for a car, so I'm just going to keep taking the L's until it's finally happy.